Okay, let's dive in. When most people think of Phuket, they probably picture a fantastic holiday, right?
Absolutely. Maybe that big all-inclusive resort experience. Mass tourism.
Exactly. But there's this quiet, almost seismic shift happening in the island's property market.
Mhm.
It's moving past that generic model and evolving. It's becoming the sophisticated hub for long-term, private, really tailored luxury living.
It is. It's a fundamental change. We're seeing a completely different type of buyer now and a different kind of property being built to match.
So not just holiday home investors.
No, not anymore. People aren't just looking for an entry point into the rental market. They're looking to build a high-quality life, for retirement, for relocation, maybe a remote work base.
And they want something unique.
They demand personalization, not standardization.
And for this deep dive, our analysis is guided by experts who've been shaping that shift for, well, for decades. We're drawing our insights directly from Ocean Worldwide.
They're a luxury real estate agency that's been a cornerstone in Phuket since 2004. So they have seen this entire evolution firsthand.
They really understand the local complexity of them.
That track record is just essential. Their director, Sandra O'Neill, has spent years on the ground helping, literally thousands of families and investors navigate the Thai market.
From the initial idea to the long-term plan.
Exactly. So when they define a market trend, you really should pay attention.
So our mission today is to drill down into what really defines these boutique developments.
Mhm.
We're going to look at some specific examples to show the variety, and most importantly, we want to give you the critical, practical takeaways.
Right. The investment side and the legal requirements, which can be complex for international buyers.
It's about securing your piece of paradise legally and with, confidence.
So the core questions we really need to answer for you are, what features set these boutique properties apart from the huge complexes?
And what are those crucial, non-negotiable legal steps you have to take for secure long-term ownership? We're going to get into the details that really matter.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's start right there with the definition. When we say boutique in this context, what's the key differentiator? Is it just smaller?
Well, it's not just about size. It's more of a philosophy.
Philosophy.
Yeah, think of it like this. A small batch winemaker versus a massive industrial vineyard.
Okay, I like that.
Boutique developments are smaller projects. We're often talking maybe 9 or 10 villas max. That limitation forces an emphasis on individual design, much higher quality finishes, and crucially,
The community feel.
exactly, a genuinely intimate community. It's about creating an exclusive, personalized environment where the developer is focused on quality that lasts, not just high turnover.
That attention to detail definitely reflects a more sophisticated buyer. But, Phuket isn't the only tropical paradise in Asia. Why has the island become the premier spot for this shift?
Phuket has really evolved beyond just being a beautiful place for a holiday.
Right.
The natural beauty is undeniable. The stunning coastlines, the lush jungles inside the island, that's paramount. But it also offers a modern infrastructure that caters to a really discerning long-term clientele.
So you mean things beyond the beach bars?
Way beyond. We're talking world-class dining, sure, but also multiple international schools with British and American curriculums. We're talking top-tier healthcare, a vibrant and, importantly, a stable expat social scene.
So it's not just picturesque, it's actually functional for a demanding family life or, a professional career.
Precisely. It's a true global hub now, and its accessibility just seals the deal.
The airport.
Excellent flight connections from every major city. It makes it a really compelling choice, not just for retirees, but for global professionals looking for a sophisticated, accessible base. It's that blend of high quality of life with easy global travel that really defines its status.
Okay, let's get into the properties themselves. The source material gave us 3 really distinct case studies, and I think they highlight how varied this market actually is.
They do.
Instead of just listing features, let's look at what the design philosophy is trying to achieve. Let's start with Eden Crest. They call it the sanctuary of modern design.
Eden Crest is a perfect example of that philosophy of intimacy we were talking about. It's just 9 private pool villas.
Only 9.
And its design is functionally brilliant for the climate. The whole focus is on maximizing that tropical environment, through seamless indoor-outdoor living.
What does that look like in practice?
Well, it means using enormous pocketing glass doors that effectively, they just disappear. They slide right into the walls.
Wow.
It fully merges the internal living spaces with the private pool and the garden. It's smart architecture that It blurs the line between the villa and its tropical setting. Plus, you get amazing natural airflow and light.
I noticed they also put a heavy emphasis on,
That's a key signal, yes. The spacious layouts, and they often include things like a separate maid's quarters.
which you wouldn't need in a 2-week holiday rental.
Exactly. That tells you these are meant to be permanent residences. And they integrate modern smart home tech, not as a gimmick, but for real function, controlling the environment, the lighting, the security systems, all of it.
Okay, so let's move a bit inland. Serene Villas in the Churang Talay area. This one feels like it's focused on upscale design, but also hassle-free ownership.
That's a perfect way to put it. They're elegant two-story villas, and architecturally, they're all about climate adaptation.
How so?
For instance, their three-bedroom layouts have this really cool central atrium. It's a design choice that pulls light and air deep into the core of the house, which is just vital in a hot climate.
Now, the ownership structure here is something we have to highlight. The term freehold is mentioned right alongside Chenot title. What does a buyer need to know about that?
That is critical jargon.
That's
So Chenot title is, well, it's Thailand's highest and most secure form of land title, the gold standard.
So it's fully legitimate, government-backed.
Completely. The boundaries, the ownership, everything is verified and protected. In the case of Serene Villas, offering secure freehold ownership with a Chenot title, plus the detail of no estate fees. That's a huge long-term financial advantage.
Wait, no ongoing estate fees? That seems incredibly rare for a luxury development.
It is. It makes the whole calculation for an investor or a retiree so much cleaner. And they also have these sustainability elements, like private saltwater pools and options for full solar power.
Very forward-thinking.
Definitely.
Okay, and finally, there's Canopy Hills Villas. This one's already got some serious validation. It won the 2024 Dot Property Award for Best Luxury Lifestyle Villa in Southeast Asia.
Yes, and this one is strategically geared towards families. You can see it in every decision.
How so?
Well, the developer, Hugs Management, they focus on creating truly grand family spaces. We're talking spacious 4- and 5-bedroom floor plans with soaring ceilings, sometimes up to 7 meters high.
That's incredible volume.
It is. And they're nestled in these tranquil hills, which gives them amazing valley views, and they have large private pools, often 12 to 15 meters long.
And the location really confirms that family focus.
Absolutely. It's just a 3-minute drive to the British International School, BIS. That's a massive factor for any expat relocating with kids. And it's close to other schools, too, like Fenway and Ki.
So proximity to world-class education is a huge pull factor here.
It's a deal maker for many. Plus, their commitment to eco-friendly features like solar panels and rainwater harvesting really appeals to that modern luxury buyer who values sustainability right alongside opulence.
It's clear these properties offer a fantastic lifestyle on their own, but that lifestyle often relies on the infrastructure around the house. These villas are often inside gated communities. What does that extra layer add for an international buyer?
The appeal of a gated community is really about outsourcing complexity and just getting peace of mind.
Right.
Firstly, security and privacy are paramount. You have controlled access, round-the-clock security, CCTV. It provides a level of security that's invaluable, especially for families who might travel and leave the property empty.
It's like a bubble of security, which I imagine is a key concern when you're relocating.
It is. And secondly, you get access to these high-quality shared amenities that are perfectly maintained without you having to lift a finger.
Like what?
Usually fitness centers, clubhouses, communal gardens. It gives you a kind of private resort feel attached to your actual home.
And I suppose you get to know your neighbors.
Yes, and that's maybe underrated. It fosters a strong sense of community among like-minded people. It creates an instant support network, which is huge when you're new to a country.
Shifting gears a bit, if you're customizing your paradise, you need to know your aesthetic options. The source highlighted different location types and architectural styles. You can really pick your vibe.
You certainly can. In terms of location, you have the dramatic beachfront or sea view properties.
Obvious, no hollow there.
Obvious appeal, immediate ocean connection, though they often come at a premium and sometimes with a bit less privacy.
And the alternative.
The hillside retreats.
Hmm.
These trade that direct beach access for tranquility and immersion in nature. You get these vast valley views, often with much greater seclusion and less noise.
And architecturally, what are the main flavors?
It often boils down to 2 major schools. You have modern tropical, which is all about open spaces, natural materials, and really integrating with the outdoors.
What we talked about with Eden Crest.
Exactly. Or you have mid-century modern, think clean lines, functionality, and this kind of understated elegance.
Yeah.
They're using designs from the mid-20th century, but executing them with modern luxury materials. There's truly a design language for every taste.
Okay, now we get to the critical knowledge. The part that turns the dream into a sound, secure reality. The money talk. Is investing in a Phuket boutique property still a solid financial move?
It is, provided you approach it strategically. The investment case is still very strong.
Why is that?
Primarily, there's high potential for strong rental income. That's driven by consistently high year-round tourism. Unlike some seasonal spots, Phuket's demand holds up pretty well all year.
So if you're not using it, it can be a robust income generator.
A very robust one.
Yeah.
And beyond passive income, you have to look at asset growth.
Capital appreciation.
Right. Property values have shown a really consistent upward trend, especially in this boutique luxury segment. It tends to be more insulated from market swings than, say, mass market condos.
So it's more stable.
More stable, and it offers solid growth potential for long-term investors. And that stability is bolstered by the island's growing status as a global hub for remote work, extended stays, retirement, all ensuring continuous demand.
This brings up the big question, though.
Yeah.
The absolute must-know legal points. Thai property law for foreigners can be notoriously complex. You can't just assume you can buy a freehold title like you would in your home country.
This is the critical juncture. This is where professional guidance is absolutely non-negotiable. Foreigners cannot simply buy and hold land in their personal name. It's not allowed. But there are two primary secure methods for international buyers to get that long-term control over land and property.
Okay, lay out the structures for us. What are the options?
The first is freehold via a Thai company. Essentially, foreigners can own up to 49% of the shares in a Thai company, and that company then legally holds the Chinote land title.
Okay, that sounds like a clean path to freehold ownership, but what's the crucial caveat there?
The caveat is risk and trust. Since you're limited to 49%, the majority 51% must be held by Thai citizens.
Right.
And while the foreign investor controls the capital and, through various legal agreements, the use of the property, they still have to rely on those agreements because the Thai majority shareholder legally holds the voting control.
So it requires an extremely tight, legally binding structure to protect your investment.
It requires expert legal structuring and ongoing maintenance to manage that risk. Complex.
What's the alternative then? The one that's often seen as the less complicated path.
That would be the leasehold structure. This is extremely common and often the path of least legal complexity.
But Thai law only allows a lease for 30 years, right? That sounds a bit short for a major asset investment.
It is, but there's a way around that. For these high-value developments, the leases are structured as a 30-year lease, the legal maximum. But they include contractually binding clauses for 2 subsequent 30-year renewals.
So you lock in the renewals from day one.
Exactly. It gives the buyer 90 years of secure use and control over the property. It often includes the right to transfer, sell, or even modify the property during that entire term.
So while it's not outright ownership,
It offers extremely secure long-term control.
and the third option applies to a specific property type.
That's right, condominium ownership. Foreigners can own condo units outright freehold, but it's strictly limited. Collectively, foreigners can only own up to 49% of the total unit space in any single condominium building.
So you have to know which structure applies to the development you're even looking at.
It's paramount. You need to know before you sign anything.
Which brings us back to professional guidance. It isn't just a nice to have, it feels like a financial necessity.
It is absolutely non-negotiable. You have to do your market research, of course, look at recent sales, rental yields, compare prices. But the most important step is seeking advice from a local, reputable real estate agent who gets this boutique market.
And a lawyer.
And, critically, a lawyer who specializes in Thai property law for foreigners. They ensure your ownership structure is sound and all the paperwork is perfectly aligned with Thai regulations.
It's an investment in navigating those complexities safely.
It is. It lets you focus on the luxury and the lifestyle because you know the foundation is legally secure.
So, to synthesize our takeaways here, Phuket has made this definitive shift. It's successfully merging a luxurious island lifestyle with solid investment potential, moving away from mass tourism toward these personalized boutique experiences. And the right property is out there, whether your priority is being close to international schools, like we saw with Canopy Hills, or total seclusion and integration with nature.
And this whole market evolution is driven by that pursuit of tailored, secure luxury. The examples we talked about highlight a clear trade-off, don't
I
they?
do.
Some developments are hyper-convenient, 3 minutes from BIS, while others are deliberately tucked away in the hills for maximum privacy. For you, the buyer, the final thought is this. When you're designing your paradise, is the ultimate luxury defined by tranquility, or is it defined by convenience?
A provocative distinction to mull over. If you are ready to explore these boutique options further, the invaluable market insights we shared today came directly from the experts at Ocean Worldwide.
Hmm.
To delve deeper into these specific developments or to get that professional guidance from the team that shared this analysis with us, you can visit oceanwwp.com. That's oceanwwp.com. Thanks for diving deep with us.